My F18 boyfriend, M21, raped me and no one believes me. I've been trying to write this for the past hour or so, but every time I just burst into tears and can't finish. I think I can finally sort of summarize what happened. I've been with my boyfriend for about a year now. When we first met, he was very kind, and I really believed he cared about me. Nothing seemed off about him over time. He began to change once he started drinking and using drugs more. It was typically something he only did when he was with his friends, but then it became a habit. Especially recently he has been drinking more and using coke rather than weed. After he started using coke, his behavior changed entirely. I live in my own apartment, but I often spend a lot of time at his. The other night, I was at his place on my own waiting for him to come back. His friend dropped him off, and he stumbled and I realized he was high and didn't leave or say anything. Then he started to kiss me and everything. When he started to try and undress me, I told him I didn't want to have sex when he was high. Then he said, "Then what do I need you for if you won't have sex with me?" This broke my heart, and I don't remember what I said, but I insulted him somehow. Then he covered my mouth and just did what he wanted. He hurt me so much. He slapped me and was so harsh. I tried to get him to stop, but he wouldn't. I didn't come back to his place after that. Has tried to call me, but I obviously haven't answered. I told some or his friends what he did and some of our friends in our circle, but no one believes me. One of them even said, "How could he have raped you if you're his girlfriend?" I don't know what to do. Is there anything I can do? I'm so sorry you had to endure that. I'm of the belief that it's always in your best interest to report what happened to the proper authorities in your area. I know it can be a difficult choice to make. Evidence helps, but if you have none, try to write it out as best as you can. The cops asked me to talk about what I wore, what happened beforehand, what happened during, and what happened after. It'll hurt, but give as much detail as you can. As far as support, RAIN is an excellent source for victims. The crisis text line, text home or help to 741,741, has helped me a lot before. Unfortunately, there isn't much you can do to make people believe you, short of your boyfriend confessing. For the sake of your safety and any legal cases made against him, cut all contact, block his number and any social media, avoid him in public spaces. If it'll help, find a place to stay besides your own. Whatever you decide to do, I hope you feel better soon. This is a serious situation. Don't wait. Get a restraining order on this guy. Tell the police what he did. He sounds like a real evil dude. Be safe. Being high is not an excuse to act the way he did. Go and make a police report so this doesn't happen to another girl in the future. It needs to be documented and reported. I hope he doesn't have a key to your place. If he does, talk to your landlord about changing your locks. Talk to a therapist. There are a lot with hours online these days. A lot of crisis prevention hotlines will have resources as well. It'd start there. You could try going to the police sooner rather than later. They are notoriously bad at handling these cases, but it's worth trying. Even if it goes nowhere, they will then have that on record, which will make the next step easier. Find legal counsel if you would like to pursue a protection order against him. There are so many legal professionals who focus on cases just like this one. It'd be important to find one practicing in your area. Rape is rape, regardless of the relationship. Unconditional consent does not exist. Your friends are defending a rapist and you need to defend yourself from them. I think it's time to cut them off. As much as it sucks, I wish you the best of luck. Please take every available avenue to heal and distance yourself from him and hold him accountable for his actions. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. Please get a medical exam. As much as you don't want anything down there right now, this is further evidence you were raped. Go to a hospital and tell them you need this exam done as soon as possible. Do not wait. It is vital evidence. And please remember, it is not your fault. I hope ex-boyfriend is a douchebag and the lowest of the lowest type of scum of the earth. My messages are always open to help support. You're not alone in this, and please, for the love of God, get a restraining order. I'm so sorry this happened to you, Opus. This was in no way your fault, and I believe you. Sometimes rape in a relationship is worse because of the added betrayal. He should have stopped. I'm sorry he is abusing you like this. You did not deserve any of this. Unfortunately, in my own experience, sometimes getting raped and then being ignored or not believed can be traumatic in and of itself. There's a silver lining to that cloud though. People's reactions can tell you a lot about that relationship and who they are as people. Maybe those relationships aren't serving you either. On the other hand, you will absolutely also encounter kind, empathetic people who believe you and who want you to thrive. A situation like this will allow those people to reveal themselves. And those are your true friends. This next part is copy pasted from another post of mine, but I think it's important info to get out there. I'm a fellow rape survivor. This was helpful information for me. First off, do not shower! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. This is the most important thing for you to know. No showering. If you have showered, they sometimes can still pull DNA, but it's less likely. Also, every hour that passes is an hour of healing for your body and evidence lost. I know a lot of people are saying to go to the police immediately, but I actually think the best thing would be to Google your zip code and then Rape Crisis Center, and there should be a hotline. Call it. The center in my area had a private room for doing the rape kit. It had special certified nurses that did it, and they were amazing. It was a long process with lots of pictures of the bruising. You can get these done at hospitals, but I have heard that they cost money, and if you do it at a center it should be entirely free. I would say this is your best thing to do right now, because your body will start healing, and you want as much visible evidence as possible. Part of the rape kit is a cocktail of antibiotics and antivirals. This is in case he had an STD and would pass it on to you. Because he was your boyfriend, you may choose to forego the antibiotics, or not. This info is only applicable if you choose to take the antivirals. Before you head to get the kit done, go to a grocery store and buy Imodium. It's a green antidiarrheal, as well as ginger tea, and whatever your favorite stomachache cures are, as well as lots of yogurt or kombucha with lactobacillus. It's so worth it to take the antivirals. But it will give you a wicked stomachache, and it will wipe almost all the bacteria from your system, so you should replace the bacteria with fermented foods. The crisis center should also have counselors and legal help, as well as bulldog activists that can go with you to the police if you decide to report. This way, if the police claim you're lying or bully you in any way, you'll have backup and records of exactly what happened there. There's often lawyers and therapists at the ready to help you. The important other thing to know about getting a kit done is, you don't have to decide you want to report right away. You can just have them hang on to that evidence for you. That's such a personal decision to report or not, and it should not be done on impulse, or because strangers on the internet told you to. Not getting the kit done gives you less options. Getting one done gives you a lot more choices, and you can make those choices when you're in a better frame of mind. If you have to drive a bit to get to a rape crisis center, then do it. It's 100% worth it. I'm so sorry this happened to you. This is the best advice. Thank you. Yeah. Call the police and report the crime. The moment you say no and someone uses force, it's rape, and it's a crime. Call the cops now. First and foremost, the person he was when you met is not who he is now. You can't make him get off drugs either, so don't even bother. Gather yourself. Report him. Press charges. With any luck, he'll be arrested with evidence of drug use and he'll be put away for a while and get sober. But stay the duck away from him for the rest of your life. Please separate yourself from those friends. Anyone who thinks rape can't exist in relationships is deranged. Hopefully those people can educate themselves before they cause more damage. If you feel comfortable, you can report this to the police. I would encourage getting in touch with some services like RAIN and ask for their advice. Please do not talk to your ex-boyfriend. What he did was dangerous and awful and disgusting. Who knows what he'll do next time. Oh honey, oh my god. Yes, of course what happened was rape. Drop those horrible friends and call the police. Report this immediately. Change your locks, hell maybe change apartments if you can afford to. Get the hell away from this horrible guy. Get a therapist and get actual help dealing with this. But seriously, stay away from anyone making that god's awful excuse. A relationship is not consent. I'm sorry this happened to you. Has doing some harsh drugs. Stay away from him. Has gone. Proof is the best evidence. If you ever get raped, go to the police straight after they can get the semen and everyone will believe you then. Fuck who doesn't believe you. Stay strong. The world is actually lonely on here. How could he have raped you if you're his girlfriend? Apostrophe. I'm sorry, drop this guy. Because his friends are basically enablers. Word to the wise. Rape means someone did not consent and was forced into it. Rule still applies to couples. Call the police if you're absolutely certain nobody will believe you. There is no shame in putting yourself first. Would also recommend letting them know that he's been taking coke. Take care of yourself. Marital rape is real and this is no different than that. Go through the police and do all the things you would do in any rape situation. I'm sorry for your horrible experience. In some cultures and countries, rape can only be called rape if it's outside of a relationship. In most countries, rape is sex without consent. You did not give consent and you were raped. What are your next steps? You won't get support from your friends, but you might from your family. Seek out support from a local rape relief center. The sooner you report the rape, the more likely the report will be taken seriously and acted upon. I wish you health and healing and power. I'm sorry this happened, but call the police and report. Also make sure they have K9 unit to sniff out the drugs so he get time in jail. Talk to the police. Get a rape kit done as soon as possible if you haven't showered yet, and even if you have, report this now. Your friends are useless idiots and shouldn't be taken seriously at any point, and you should probably ditch every last one of them. That said, the others who've already commented on the post have hit the mark. Call the police. Call them as soon as you get a chance. What he did was flagrantly illegal. Then what do I need you for if you won't have sex with me? Yeah. Don't stay with someone after they tell you that. Have a rape kit done and report him. First of all, I'm so sorry that you are going through this. This is not okay. And whether or not you decide to discuss with authorities, you should consider seeing a therapist to help you through this traumatic experience. Your friends are either way out of the loop about the definition of sexual assault, or they're not very good friends. Not okay. Friends should listen and believe you and be there for you when you're going through difficult situations. Sexual assault is an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people to discuss, but your pain trumps their comfort. Your boyfriend's drug and alcohol habits are no excuse for his behavior. And those words he said to you hurt for me to read. You are worth so much more than he values you for, and he does not deserve to be part of your life. As for his drug use, there comes a time when you can't help a person unless they help themselves. Let go of him and don't go back. You are 18 and have so much of your life ahead of you, and so many more fantastic, loving, empathetic people to meet who will care for you the way you should be treated. Link. Rain.org/ I recommend you get in contact with them. I never had any personal experiences with them, but I hear nothing but good stuff. Wish ya the best. I'm so sorry that happened to you, and that none of them believe you. If they don't, screw them honestly. You deserve people that will. There is something you can do though, and that is ghost him and go to the police. File a restraining order and never speak to him again. What he did is rape, and he is a horrible person, so yes, please report it and get justice for yourself. Make sure you do a rape kit as soon as possible so you have evidence for court if you do choose to press charges. I'm sorry. I believe you. I believe you. Yes, you were raped, and I'm so sorry this happened and that you do not have support. Everyone is saying to call the police. Do this if you want. Handles the criminal aspect of it however you want, but the most important thing is you never talk to him again. Stay away from him and get a restraining order if you have to, but no, he is a rapist and a drug addict, and there is no putting up with that. He's not sorry. He will not change. We believe you. Sometimes people like your friends don't understand things until it happens to them. Please go to the police and get a report written up on him. He will do this to other women in the future. Please get this down in writing somewhere official so that if he rapes again you can send him to jail. I know police aren't angels, but you need someone on your side right now. Badly. It takes a really violent person to do what he did. Never be friends with this guy. What he did is unforgivable. I hate him. Call the police. Tell them about it. Then break up with his ass. And dropkick those friends. No. Don't literally dropkick them. Just leave them. Those friends are toxic. And your BF obviously will be toxic if he continues doing those drugs. Even if he doesn't continue, I don't think you'll be able to live with him after he raped you. So best thing is to leave him. I'm so sorry you went through that. It's not at all your fault. You deserve infinitely better. I want you to know that. This is all on him, and I believe you. You need to do what's best for you right now. Do what you need to feel safe. I recommend getting authorities involved if needed. I'm so sorry for your pain. I believe you. There will always be some people who don't, but duck those people. Deep down he also knows what he did. Don't accept any apology from him. Move on. Find a new friend group and get some therapy. The sooner you get help, the easier the healing process will be. I hope you can find some strength in yourself to keep going and move on. You did not deserve this. I'm so sorry you are having to deal with this. Regardless of being in a relationship that is rape. Do you have a friend that is solely yours you could talk to? Those are shitty friends. Are you comfortable seeking out therapy? Do you have a safe space to be? I would absolutely break up with him. It's up to you whether or not you report the crime. But you can. I'm so sorry this happened to you. This is incredibly hard and I'm glad you shared it with us. Call the police. File a report. This is not okay. Press charges and follow through with them. If he did it once, he'll probably do it again. Leave. Please reach out to your local authorities and, if you can, and feel comfortable doing so, reach out to your parents and hopefully they will provide additional support and comfort. Please remember, what happened was not your fault. You deserve love, compassion and happiness. It will take time to heal. But the best thing you can do right now is take care of yourself. Please surround yourself with people you trust who love and care about you. If no one trusts you, the police will. So will court. First of all, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I believe you. Your boyfriend is a rapist piece of shit. Your first course of action needs to be going to the hospital to get a rape kit done. If you're comfortable, press charges. You also need to drop those friends. Block their numbers. Whatever you need to do. It doesn't matter if you were his girlfriend or wife or whatever. You were raped. You said no. And he continued anyway. Which is rape. I'm so sorry this happened. You don't deserve it. And it's not your fault. You also should look into therapy if possible. You seem like a strong woman and I know you can do this. However hard it may be. Call the police. Whoever told you that he couldn't have. Tell them to duck off. Never speak to any of them ever again. Get out while you can. If he knows he can get away with it, then the abuse will only worsen unfortunately if you stick around. Go to the police station and file a police report. Like right now. Don't wait another minute. Fuck your friends too. You need to find new ones. Cocaine makes you feel like you're king of the world and you start to treat other people like utter shit. Although this sounds much more like he was a shitty person to begin with. Recommend the cops and also to tell his parents. Even if they don't believe you, that niggling thought at the back of their mind that their son is a rapist will hurt that relationship. That's only for if you into a bit of revenge. I hope you find someone who treats you well, as you deserve. Call the cops. The unfortunate thing is probably evidence. A complete and total lack of it. Which is the same issue that the friends are going to have. Unfortunately, false accusations are a thing. Friends don't want for their friends to be ruined without evidence. If they are good friends. This is a hard situation. Impossible. Truly. I hope he admits to things and he gets put away. I hope you get the psych help you're going to need. I hope you want friends who would require proof similarly. God, this is a horrible situation. There are so many reasons to leave him. The rape, obviously, but the drinking and drug abuse is reason enough to walk away. Please get a rape kit. It's not too late. Text him about the details. Text him your version and get him to admit to the details of what occurred. Then you have evidence of him admitting to rape. Then go to the police. If he's a cocaine addict, he will have cocaine on him. That should land him in jail for a while regardless when the police go to pick him up. You should get a restraining order. Whether it's the rapist's girlfriend, boyfriend, or any so for that matter. Sex without consent is still rape. Do you have some marks on your body where he slapped and hurt you? Even if the court doesn't believe that he raped you, he still abused you. And that will hopefully be enough for the restraining order. You should block him on any social media. Please avoid him and get a new, more supportive friend circle. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.